Hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. It's now Sunday, August 15th, so tomorrow was kind of a different day, but anyway, we are at the point where we're going to find out whether this thing runs or not. We have our carburetor. Oh, I forgot a step, didn't I? We got to figure out a way to plug that hole. Let me do that and then I'll come back. Okay, so that's what we did. I don't know what size that is off the top of my head. I think it's a metric 12 something, probably a 1.5 thread. But anyway, it caught and screwed in that far. We're gonna go with that. I think, yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that for right now, because when the time comes, I can always come back over here and just cut that off with a grinder or something and let it go at that. So now, we'll put this on and we'll see whether it'll run or not. Alright, so our carburetor is on. Spilled gas everywhere. Put it back on because, like I keep saying, we don't have a shut-off valve on this thing yet. Probably should have picked one up, but I didn't. So, neutral. Try this and see what happens. Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, let me take a side cover off so we can see what's going on, maybe. Okay then, so further troubles. We're now getting gas through the carburetor anyway, because I can flood it, so that's good. We can flood it, so that's good. But now, of course, the starter is giving troubles. I couldn't imagine why it's giving troubles. The Bendix is giving us troubles. Oh, and then also conveniently, the starter is made to be oiled every so often, but of course, where this is clocked at, you can't get to that to put oil in it. So that bearing might be locking up a little bit. Oh, and here we have another interesting issue. The solenoid that is on here, which I'm not 100% certain if this tractor should have a solenoid as such on the starter, or if it should have a starter button mounted someplace like an H or an M Farmall would have, or Super Series. I don't really know, but anyway, it would be very easy to do that to this one, because all you'd have to do is take this stupid stuff off and put on a battery cable, put on a switch and a battery cable, and you'd be done. Or, you know, a big heavy duty button, and then you would be done. So anyway, we have lots of connections to go over and fun stuff, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll get back to getting this thing started today, but I doubt it. Okay, so things keep getting more interesting all the time here. We have a leak coming out of the steering box, which means that this one must in fact have power steering. But anyway, somewhere up underneath here, anyway, but yeah, there's something going on there. Always something, right? So anyway, that's interesting. I wonder if that's like a I don't know what that would be, but anyway, it's coming out of that piece right there where the steering shaft from the steering wheel goes down into, which you can see that going up and down. So yeah, there's more problems there, but anyway, whatever, that's not the important part right now. Next up, this so anyway, this solenoid only had one bolt in it, that one. So I rigged up this other one as a temporary deal, or well, temporarily permanent, you might as well say, to ensure that we're getting a good ground connection on that solenoid, because that is its only ground, is to ground through the starter body to the transmission, and then hopefully works its way back to the battery. So what we're going to do also, just to add a little bit of insurance, is we're going to run a ground wire from a starter bolt over to the battery, as I said, just for a little bit of insurance. We're not going to run a big wire, but that's just because I don't have one. So let's see, let me hook the starter back up, we'll get that wire ran, blah blah blah, see what happens. Alright, so here's where I chose to put my extra ground. I ran it up over here to the negative post on the battery, of course, and then I put everything back together with clean and tight terminals as much as we possibly could. So, of course, it's still going to do that because the Bendix is messed up, but anyway. And we're still not starting. Imagine that. Although the starter does seem to be a little bit better. Anyway, let's see here. Well, let's see. That's probably not helping anything either. Just made sure my meter lead was in contact there and it moved. So, okay. Well, let me double check that. Okay, so next question is, do we have any vacuum for all this noise that we're making? Not like that, we won't. Well, okay, at least we know we got a reasonably sound engine anyway, so now, why won't it run? We have lots of little problems here that may be giving us this issue. I don't know. Anyway, this distributor cap, even though it sparked with it the other day and it was just fine, doesn't really fit it very well. So let's get rid of that. And then, how much you can really see in here, but anyway, we have that much slack in the drive to the distributor. It's kind of hard to adjust for that much wear. So, which this one's a little bit different anyway, but you know, we got two bolts here that lock the distributor into the drive, and then we've got another two bolts that holds the drive onto the hydraulic pump, and then yeah, anyway, there's a little how best to describe it, two little teeth like dogs or something on the end of this shaft on this thing that catch in here, so you can literally put it in two ways, so you can get the thing 180 out pretty easily. It's been done before by me many times, but This one is actually lining up. When you roll up number 1 on top dead center, then the rotor is pointing at number 1 position on the distributor cap. So we can kind of rule that out. But yeah, this cap just does not fit as well as I would like it to, which again may not be totally the problem, but we're going to check it again with this one and see if it makes any difference. We've got something crazy simple going on here, or this is allowing too much variance in our spark and it's not firing at the right time. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we've got a timing issue, because just moments ago the thing backfired, and I took the gauge rig off of it already, but anyway, it blew my gauge off, pegged it whichever way it went, I don't know, but anyway, it broke the gauge and smoked out of the carburetor for a good minute after it did it. So anyway, like I said, it's about time to quit for today anyway, but we're gonna take the distributor off real quick and see what's going on in there. Hopefully nothing, but then again, hopefully something too, because we need to know, right? Okay, so 1 remove distributor. This is a bit of a different animal because it has a tack drive built into it. So you know, and this is a gearbox, so it's counter rotation. So you turn this clockwise over here, and you get a clockwise rotation on this end also. And counter should get counterclockwise. So, all that being fun stuff being said, I don't think that the others are this way, but I could be wrong about that. Another interesting crud everywhere. Another thing that I found, and I've probably already screwed this up, but anyway, the drive comes out just like so. Okay, so we could be seeing way off time on that. But one thing that I've already seen to notice is that, well, we still have quite a bit of slop in here. Okay, which is probably nature of the beast kind of thing, but we're gonna have to pull this apart and see why we have X amount of slop in here, because I mean, that is pure and simple slop. Okay, that's, I don't know, 15 degrees, 10 to 15 degrees of difference just right there. So, of course, it should be back over here pretty much always, but it's not. It can flop. It can flop around in there. But anyway, it can flop around in there, so that's not a good sign. In here where the drive goes, it is grease packed apparently, and that, by the looks of it, is probably some 1955 grease. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, at least it's got grease in it still, but, you know, or I shouldn't say, not that that's a horrible thing. At least it's got grease in it still. Anyway, so get rid of that nastiness, and then tomorrow, or the next time I get an opportunity to do this, I guess, we'll pick up with tearing apart the distributor and seeing what's going on in there. Why do we have so much slack in that? Again, we're not 100% sure that that's what the problem is, but it's definitely not right. So thanks for watching.